All right, guys, welcome back to my channel, Know the Northman. This is going to be a quick video today. I'm running behind. I apologize, but I'm going to get through it as best I can. Going to round out February with my 3 favorite DC characters. I love DC. They're a little more OP than Marvel. Marvel can feel a little more real, a little more gritty at times, at least in kind of characters and how they're set up. But DC is great nonetheless. Top 3 characters, starting with Wonder Woman. I'm a big fan of Wonder Woman. I think her character is really well done. She's an extremely powerful character in that she has super speed, flight, she has super strength, she has very high levels of invulnerability. Her fighting prowess is amazing, and she has access to all these magical weapons that are truly destructive and very powerful. But what I like most about her character, other than her skill set and her access to pretty cool weaponry, is out of the 3, she's considered part of the Trinity, Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman. Out of the 3, she's the one that's willing to go to the place where if people have to die for the sake of the battle or for the greatest outcome, she's willing to do that at a much more readily available rate, if that's the right way to say it, than Batman or Superman. Ultimately, Batman and Superman, they never want to see anyone die. Wonder Woman doesn't have a bloodlust by any means, but she is willing to go there if needs be. And I like that about her character. It adds depth to it, in my opinion. It makes her more interesting because she's willing to do things that really the other 2 leaders of the league really aren't willing to do. On top of that, the more recent incarnations of her I really enjoy. Her gauntlets or wreaths, whatever the term is there for what she wears on her arms that stops the bullets. When she takes them off, the Zeus portion of her power, of her DNA, actually exposes itself, and it can't be controlled. So these gauntlets, these wreaths, they actually keep her power in check, which is very interesting. She's so powerful without them, it just kind of goes berserk, and she can't really control it. I think that's really interesting. It adds another level of her in the modern incarnation as far as how powerful she truly is and what she has to do to maintain control. I find that very interesting. Anytime there's a cross to bear like situation with a character in Marvel, or I'm sorry, with a character in either DC or Marvel, just in comics in general, that cross to bear situation I find very interesting. Number 2 on the list is our favorite Martian. The Martian Manhunter is fantastic. Concerning the Justice League, he's probably the most gifted member on the league. He can phase through walls, he's a telepath, he can fly, he has super strength, he can change his shape, he can enlarge his shape, and the bigger he gets, the stronger he gets. He also has Martian vision, which isn't like Superman's heat vision. It's actually, I think this is the right word, his Martian vision is concussive. So it's a force. It can break through almost anything or disintegrate it, whatever the case may be. But his power level is really on another level, just as far as the amount of powers that he actually has. Another thing about his character that I really like is that he technically, even though, Kal-El is an alien, he looks human. Although Wonder Woman is an Amazonian, a goddess, she looks human. He's really the one character on the Justice League proper, the main league team, where he really is an outsider. And in the older incarnations, he walked around in a form that was more human to make them feel more comfortable. And the more recent story arcs, he's walking around more in his Martian form. But I always thought that was interesting because he really is the most gifted member on the team as far as the amount of powers that he has. But he's the one that has to struggle the most to fit in because he really is an outsider being from an alien race that obviously looks much different from the human race. The incarnations of him too in the DC timeline are very interesting. At one point, Martians were creatures, were a species that were asexual. They could just reproduce within themselves individually, and they could warp reality. They were very powerful. They were so powerful, even the guardians of the galaxy or the universe, who created the Green Lantern Corps, they came and basically conquered them at great cost and changed their DNA to create male and female that basically dumbed their skill sets down, their power down, because they were so powerful. And at one point, the Martian Manhunter reverts back to that, and he basically wrecks the league. It's a very interesting story arc for sure. But the Martian Manhunter is one of the best characters in DC not only for just his skill set, but also his internal struggle. I also love his detective mind. He and Batman are very similar in that way. They're really good at solving a puzzle and problems. It really makes his character very interesting to read and follow. Number one, my favorite DC character, by far, The Flash. And not Barry Allen. Barry Allen's cool, but my favorite Flash is Wally West. He is the fastest Flash. I know they've done a reboot, and Barry is now apparently the man again. Whatever the case may be, Barry's awesome. Love the TV show, but Wally West is my guy. I grew up reading Wally West. I think he is by far the best Flash. He's also the most interesting Flash. There's a great story arc, too, of the intangible aspect of Wally West, who was cocky and fun and brought kind of a levity to the team. When Wally was killed, this is actually in the Justice League TV show, which was a fantastic TV show. But in one universe, Wally West was killed, and it turned the League dark. Without Wally, who was like basically like their lighthearted consciousness, or conscience, excuse me, they basically just went dark. They went totalitarian. And he brought so much he brought so much power to the team because of how fast he was and all of the traits that go with that. He can face through walls. He can punch at an extremely hard rate if he builds up enough speed, where his attack can be like almost getting hit by like the moon or like a star exploded or something crazy like that. He can think as fast as he can run, so he's extremely quick. There's a great point in the comic book where they're trying to get into this vault or something, this room, and Wally just goes through every combination that there could be on the keypad until he picks the right one, and he did it in like 10 seconds. It was absolutely amazing. His character is very gifted as far as power goes. There's only one Flash that I know of that's actually faster than the Wally West Flash, and I believe it's the Kingdom Come Flash, which I think is Jay Garrick, who was actually merged with the Speed Force, where he's so fast he actually never stops moving. He's just always vibrating, and he can be in different dimensions almost simultaneously. It's not at the same time, but he can move so fast he can go through dimensions as quickly as he wants. But Wally, disregarding that situation, Wally is the fastest Flash. Love his character. The Flash is a character too where you can read him on his own. Some of these characters, they're difficult to read on their own. Flash is great in a team, and he's also great on his own. I'm a big fan of Flash, the character. All of them are great. Obviously, Wally's my favorite. Barry's great. Jay Garrick's awesome. And of course, Kid Flash is fantastic. But Wally's my guy. Like I said, I grew up reading him. I would encourage you, if you haven't had a chance to, go read some Flash. Just peel through some comics online or go to the comic store. It's really a great story arc. Of course, you know, the Flashpoint series, The Paradox, was fantastic. I mean, that was awesome. Now I believe I could be wrong, but I think that was Barry. That wasn't Wally. But that's a great story arc. They really do a good job with his character, because the Flash can travel in time, he can move so fast, he can run on different surfaces, he can face through solid objects. He's a very interesting character, and there's really a lot that's available to him. So I really, really enjoy him. I think he's fantastic. That's been my top 3 DC characters, and I really hope you guys liked the video. Go check them out yourselves. They're all wonderful reads, if you ask me. If you like the content, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you Monday. Monday, I'm actually really excited. I'm going to talk about a concept of how we as Americans can affect our society for the better concerning our money and just how we think about ourselves. I'm actually really excited to bring that episode to us, because I think it's something that for me is valuable. For me, it's important, and chances are there's others out there that are similar to me or just like that think in a similar vein. So I'm excited for Monday. Come on back, and we'll make it happen. Let's go.